Hey guys, what's going on? It is about 4:09 o'clock in the morning. Um, Unfortunately, didn't get to bed till 11 something. Anyway, we are on the way to town about an hour away from us. Gonna load up the trailer and got some great plan for you guys. So let's get going.
Get little cutscenes going through in between here and there, but should be nothing more than 10 seconds for you guys. burritos. And we were stopping here in Mount Pleasant at the Pilot to get something to eat. Alright, well, we got these burritos. Can't really see. Hey, looks like steak, brisket. How's it taste?
Like tortilla shell.
I can't even see your face, it's too dark. We got this stuff. Wake you up a little bit. And he got some gasoline. Yeah. Oh, and we gotta get back on the road. Didn't want to record since we were going to be on his property. This is what we picked up. It's a 2006 YFZ 450. This is actually the quad that I first raced back in 2014. I sold it in 2016, and here we are almost 5 years later, and finally the guy put it up for sale. Same people who I sold it to. Luckily I was able to pick it up for $1,000. Doesn't run now. I'm not sure exactly what's the problem. I'm guessing it's electrical. Hopefully we can get her going, but for $1,000 that leaves us somewhere to play with. So we're going to take the old 6.5 Suburban, head back about an hour and a half home, and see you then. guys, what's going on? It's about 6 o'clock in the evening. We left home a little after 4:30 this morning, and we were back by 8. We had to take care of a few other things, but there's some bad news here on the YFZ. A little backstory. Back in 2015 or 14, somewhere in there, I bought this quad from a local dealership. It's a 2006 YFZ 450. And I bought it, put some work into it. Didn't do a whole lot of things. Um, I had thrown on the aftermarket bumper there. It originally had a graphics kit, which the people who I sold it to, obviously, they removed the middle portion and the rear fender portions. It had my number and my name on it, so I don't blame them for wanting to do that. It did have flat track tires, which he actually gave us back because I gave them to him when I sold them, and it just had a few different things. And in 2015, we were doing, it was TT flat track, and what had happened is we did a restart, and we did a single file restart, and what happened, one of the guys behind me was very angry with where he was. He didn't want to be behind me. He thought he was in front of me. Whatever, I didn't care, but of course he did. So we started, and the first corner, he actually hit my back left, kicked me. He hit into the right side of me, which made me go out. The quad ended up rolling a bunch, broke quite a few parts. It actually permanently damaged my rotator cuff. I've never had the surgery, just I didn't figure I needed to. But essentially it put this quad kind of down under the weather for a while. And when I bought it, it had both of the front A-arms were blue. And after the wreck, I decided I needed to fix it, get it going again. So a buddy of mine knew where there were some spare YFZ parts, and that's where you see the black A-arms. Had different rims because when it landed back down, it bent both rims. The first time it landed, that wheel on the right side, it actually separated the ball joints, and the shock mount on the bottom actually came down, and that's what hit my shoulder and did the damage that it did on that. And it actually bounced back off of me and up, and another guy hit his quad, and it spun around and hit the ground and spun again. And that's what actually dented the front bumper, and it bent the steering stem as well. So it was not too fun of a trip. But in that process, after it bounced the second time, it bent both the rims up. So I had to get different rims for it. Besides that, not a whole lot was broken in it. The plastics obviously have some stress marks from where they bent, and the back ones, which were covered in decals, you can't see it, but you can see kind of some of the stress marks on it. Not too bad. But overall, it was a pretty decent quad when I had it. I forgot I also threw the HMF pipe on it, just enough to give it a good purr, and the blue seemed to go with the whole theme. Anyway, so in 2016, after I had it going, I raced one more time, and this was still fairly fresh after the injury, and I decided that it was probably time to sell the quad and just give me a nice truck at the time, and that's what I did. So I sold it to a guy, me not knowing who he was or anything. Sold it to him, he paid me, that was it. In 2017, I put a post out on Facebook trying to figure out where this quad went. I was starting to get back into quads again, and I want to track it down. Unfortunately, no one replied. A lot of people told me, oh, this is it, and all the ones I went to go look at were not it. And I figured that they had originally, I figured they would have taken all the decals off and changed plastics or something. I figured it was long gone. I didn't even know where the people lived that bought it off of me. And here about a week and a half ago, right after I bought my quad that's over on the trailer, which you guys will see here in a few weeks, my buddy sent me a message about 1 o'clock in the morning, and he says, was this your old quad? And it's titled 2006 YFZ, and it had this flat out racing decal, and I said, I absolutely guarantee it. Kind of a quick story with the flat out racing. That was a buddy of mine who I went to high school with, and it was kind of his idea of a racing team. And I had the decals made first, and I don't know if he just didn't get around to it. had multiple things going on. We were both in high school at the time, working part-time jobs, so it wasn't a huge deal. We didn't travel a whole lot. We went to a few races around the surrounding area, but nothing major. Both raced the Midwest Series, real fun. But unfortunately, that only lasted a year before they quit that. So, besides that, I contacted the kid as soon as I could. I said, "Hey, this is my old quad. I know." I sent him pictures that you guys have already seen here in this video. I said, "Dude, that's my old quad. I know it. I've been trying to find it for the past 5 years. You know, can I come look at it?" And what he told me, he's like, "No." It wasn't actually at his house. I guess it was at his grandparents' house or something, um, where he had left it, and hadn't been doing much since. So, besides that, I said, "Well, you get it back home, and you let me know what's going on with it." And he told me, "Well, it doesn't run. I'm not sure. It doesn't have spark. Something's just not right." I said, "Okay." I'm still interested. He originally wanted $1,600 for it, and after talking with him back and forth on the phone, I decided. I said, "Man, I'll throw you $1,200. I think that's a fair price." I said, "It's just another 450, but I said it's my old 450, and I'd really like to have it back." So he agreed to the 1,200, and we waited about a week and a half, and then of course this morning we went to go pick it up, and when we got there, it was a little different story. The quad did have spark. Supposedly he had to replace the stator. I opened up the side cover. I don't see any proof that the stator's been replaced. If it has, I don't think he did new. He told me he put a new one in it. I'm not sure. It just doesn't look new. What will happen is the quad will partially fire and then it quits. It acts like it's running out of gas. And we've checked it. It's getting fuel. I even had the jumper pack on the battery, so it was getting. We tried pole starting it. That didn't make a difference. I checked valves on it. I checked timing. Everything is fantastic on it. The only thing I have not checked is compression. So I drained the oil, and the oil was full of aluminum. So I'm guessing essentially the quad is blown up somehow. I'm guessing the piston's shot, and I'm guessing a compression test, which we will do tomorrow, will um, reveal, my goodness, that that it does have very low compression. It does have some, but not like it should. So hopefully, maybe some luck will win. They'll have good compression, and it's something electrical. But as of right now, that's where this quad stands. Um, this isn't even my quad. I wanted it back, but when I wanted it back, I didn't mean myself specifically. This is going to be my brother's quad. He just sold his 1995 Blaster the evening before this for $800, and then turned around, and when we bought it today, we got this kid down to $1,000. So $1,000 for 450. It's worth that to us. Like I said, it's my old quad. Regardless if it needs things, it's just sentimental at this point. Hopefully, we were kind of looking around at some rebuild kits. It looks like we can get a decent one for about $800, $900. New crank, new everything. If we pull off the cylinder head and the crank bearings seem good and everything, I'm probably just going to do top end kit, which then we can get into those for about 500, maybe even a little less. As long as we're sticking with a reputable company. I don't want to buy the cheapest eBay thing we can find. But hopefully we can get her going and definitely have some fun with it out here on the trails. And gonna have a great video on that pit bike coming up. I finally got that thing running. The harness that came through eBay is the biggest joke that I've ever seen of a harness, but nonetheless it runs. And then also have a video coming up for sure of that old Polaris. Not so much a in-depth, but just a general walk around. And like I said, we got my new race quad out on the trailer, which we'll definitely be showing you guys here soon once I get a few things done on it. But we'll definitely be filming that. Hopefully we can have some more videos going out traveling, finding quads, finding projects, and going from there. So appreciate you guys watching the video. Feel free, please subscribe. Feel free to comment. It's a small channel at the moment. We're trying to bump up our views, but like I said, I want to bring content, and if I can bring information to the table, I'd love to do that as well. So Stick around, guys, and have a good one.